Hi. I had filmed another video, but it was monumentally boring. But I realized that one of the interesting parts of that other video was where I brought out my joke book and I started telling the jokes that I'd written down that I'd never used in shows. The reason that this joke book becomes more prevalent is because I've recently entered. Well, yeah, I'll say I've recently entered into a comedy competition. The results have been judged and I lost. But I genuinely think that I did pretty well. Um, that's just a me thing. It's a lot better than what you guys have seen because I think you've only seen my first, maybe my second show. No, you've only seen my first. My second was in an open, it was outside. Let's just say that, and it was the worst experience. Um, I might divulge into that if this doesn't cover a certain amount of time. Um, but today we're going to be looking. This joke book isn't filled a lot. This is where it starts. About this thickness is where it starts, and then uh, this is about where I finished writing, and that's because I started writing in it 2 years ago, and then I started writing in it a couple days ago again, and so that this is all. So we're gonna start on an extremely low note on this song. I won't tell you the title because it'll kind of give everything away. Which side of my hair do I want? I'll flip it on this side. All right. Oh, I've shaved my head. Um, I should just say that I've shaved my head. Um, also, so much has happened since I've last seen you guys. I've been studying like crazy. Um, I've been in a comedy competition. Uh, I should tell you quickly before we get into the book. It is coming. You can scrabble. I met a bunch of people at this competition. It was really fun and it was great. Even though I lost, although I might not have completely lost. No one's gotten emails yet, but wild cards are still a thing where they'll choose the best of the worst and they'll go, "Hey, you." I actually like I don't think I'll be a wild card just because there were some really funny people, and I'm friends with one of the people I think was funniest, and he's Morgan. He's really funny. I still keep in contact with him, but it was only a couple days ago, so that's kind of expected. I keep in contact. We're all in a group chat anyway. Um, not just me and Morgan, like all of the comedians. There's Angel, Heather. There are a bunch of them. Anyway, let's go on to this song, and it is from a year ago. I'll tell you when we switch. Uh, I forgot about the rhyme schemes in this. That's fun. I have a dream, but this one's for me, and I hope it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. See, and here I've written 14/15, but I'm currently 16, so I've also written maybe not. I don't know. I've got shit handwriting. You wouldn't be able to read it anyway. Oh, I want to graduate with high distinctions or at least 80% or more. I want the best SAT score. 80% is not the best. I want to make it to Harvard or some other school like Harvard and get my PhD in something cool. There's only one issue, a tiny, tiny issue. I don't know why I've put on this voice, but you're going to be subjected to it. And it is, I'm dumb as shit, da 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 da. Dumb as shit, da 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 da. I have a dream, but that's about it. Da 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 da, whoop, that is legitimately written there. Cross my hopes and let them die. Let's face it, I'll never make it. And I really hate this line. I'll never fly. It sounds like really bad poetry. I guess it is. Technically, so this is supposed to have chord progressions to it, but I will not. I refuse. And also, it doesn't have the chords written down. Maybe it's because I'm blonde, or I'm actually not fond of anything scientific. I want to be an artist, but I also want to eat. Sacrifices must be made so I can eat. And then it goes back to the chorus. Yeah, I can see you judging me, and you rightfully you should. Still from around that time, let me read you two jokes. Imagine large air quotes around those. My dad got me a bird Loki. She's awesome. While learning how to train Loki, I was taught that allowing a parrot onto your shoulder makes it think that it is asserting dominance. Now, I immediately thought about pirates and how each of their parrots assumes that that pirate is their bitch. I've rewritten this joke that I just told you. But yeah, it's way too long. The punchline doesn't hit very well. It is shit. Here's another one. I think that it is a good concept, but I don't think that I can necessarily deliver it in the way that it needs to be delivered, nor do I think that it's necessarily the strongest punchline I have. People think that my mother writes my jokes, but she wouldn't do that because she's awesome and lovely and perfect and sorry, I don't know how that got in there. And I throw away a card I'm obviously reading from. Now here's the ones that I've started writing recently. And I think they're funnier. They're not the most funny, I will admit. I'll be the first to admit that. But anyway, I have multiple personalities. So I'm the only person qualified to do a solo Mexican wave. I've got a couple of half-assed ideas. So I'm not going to tell you those ones because I have to work on them before they're actually funny. It will be a cold day in hell. Partly cloudy, 95% chance of rain. Hi, I'm Hell's weatherman. This one I have here isn't a joke, it's just something I think. Jar Jar Binks is not comic relief. He's comic stress. And the comic is doubtable too. I can't speak today. Here's a joke for you. Frick. I got another ukulele as a birthday present. So that adds up to three ukuleles, two keyboards, one piano, five guitars, two violins, two electric drum sets, and two divorced parents to plead for my affection. Oh, here's the pirate joke I rewrote. Parrots on your shoulder are asserting dominance. Pirates don't look so tough now. Oh, I delivered that wrong, but you can see the idea behind it. Here's one I'm particularly proud of. Fun fact, I wrote it in church. I'm a Christian, for those of you who don't know, but I don't know what this says about me. The Bible says if someone takes your shirt, give them your coat as well. I will not, because if someone wants me to take my shirt off, they aren't thinking about the shirt. And this is one I wrote on my birthday. I was at church on my birthday, so these two were wrote on the same day. These three were wrote. These four were written on the same day. No, I think that birthday was written a day before. I think Jar Jar Binks was also written on that day. I've only been writing for the past like couple days, so they're all like very close together. I've completed my revolution around the sun. Set fire to the confectionery. Oh, I've got another page. Surprise. My parents' marriage is like riding a tandem bike. If the bike was cut in half. Difficult, pointless, and butthurt. What do you mean you're non-binary? All of this code is for nothing. I don't understand this next one, but we'll read it anyway. You can be full of spite, just constructive spite. I bet there was a joke around that, and I didn't write the joke in here. Now it's lost forever. I guess I wrote it here because I thought the punchline was funny, but not the rest of the joke. So I'll work on a set around that concept later. Every time I have a funny thought, it goes in the back of this book. This book is surprisingly empty. And that's about all I've written in the last couple days. So that's fun for you. So the first half of that book was written 2 years ago, and then these jokes were written in the last couple days. I know a lot of them aren't funny. That's because a lot of them need workshopping. May I just say that, I mean the ones that are more recent. The other ones aren't funny just because I wasn't a funny person 2 years ago. I have like a couple that really need workshopping. I have like some character work and some audience improv things and like prompts and things. Like I'm going to do some improv comedy, completely unscripted, and then I handed the audience a script and I'd hand it to a man, probably like like I like an older man, and I'd hand him the script and I'd go, "What's your name?" And he'd say something like Bob, and I'd go, "Jenny," like something like that, you know. I also have, and I don't really know how I'm gonna play it out. It's not in this book; it's in my head. But I would go, "We're gonna do some improv, completely unscripted," and I do like a chant thing. I can't think of any chants at the moment, but like like a call and response chant. Like those school carnival things. One of those, right? Like I know this isn't a chant, but like I'd go, we will. And if the audience goes rock you, I'll go, see, completely unscripted or something like that. Again, not the funniest. I think I need to think of a context that's going to be funnier. Because like all of these jokes have the potential to be funny. You just have to put them in a set where they are funnier. Fun fact for you. I've said fun a lot. Here's another one that will need workshopping, and I need to put it in the correct context for it to be funny. Superman can shoot lasers from his eyes, but a woman can't hold a job and have kids. You might argue that it's only the Earth's sun and gravity that gives him these powers. To which I say, nerd! Also, jokes are always funnier in front of a live audience. And this is a tried and true principle. When I wrote the comedy show in the car on the way to the comedy show, I had never played the second song, Alien, ever before I was on stage. So that was fun. I'm Alien's about all the reasons aliens don't want to come to Earth because we're shitty human beings. Uh, I personally really liked the song. It's not the funniest, but I think that it is a solid song, and it's like referencing some like critical events that have happened recently. So like yeah, it's topical, and I got a large laugh out of it. This is from the recent comedy competition. I don't have them written here, and I don't really remember it because I wrote all of the script on the way to the comedy competition, so I didn't have time to memorize it. But I'm gonna recite the jokes I do remember from my comedy show. A lot of it was improvised on the set because I just was like, well, haha, brain does funny things. And so I riffed with the comedian a lot and things like that. So a lot of it was improvised. But here are some of the jokes that weren't. I like dark humor. So I exclusively tell my jokes to children without eyes. Oh, politicians wear promises like prostitutes wear wedding gowns to please the old white guy paying them. Now, you might not see the connection between those two jokes, but trust me, there is an alarming connection between politicians and children. For the children in the audience who don't get that, you will soon. I had originally written High Cardinal at the bottom, but I decided that that was a little untasteful. But you'll see the jokes that start to come out. When I was little, no, this joke isn't going where you think it is. I used to want to be an astronaut. Instead, I became a disappointment. Ooh, I'm trying to remember what comes next. Sorry. All of my family are doctors. I mean, everyone in my family is a doctor. There are enough doctors in my family to start a stethoscope business. More immunologists than idiots in an anti-vax riot. What was the third thing? There was a third thing because I always work in rule of threes. I don't know. Each member of my family has more PhDs than Aristotle did in his day, which admittedly is none. But my family combined has probably spent over a lifetime scrubbing up. Luckily, the surgeries take less time. Turns out it takes just under a minute to bleed out. Despite the alarming mortality rate, my family are all doctors. And I was a doctor too. In the school musical. So yeah, I think you can tell that I don't make my parents that proud. Uh, I am here after all, so I'm trying to remember my jokes. Because all of this was written like on the car before the night. It was on Thursday the 11th for anyone who wants to know. Thursday the 11th? Hang on, what? It was on the 11th. I can't remember what day it was. My brain just went 11 Thursday because I associate those. Oh, that's what my next joke is. So I sing Burn because everyone likes that song and it's an easy thing to get away with more time. Anyway, I sing Burn and then I go, another thing I learned in therapy is that I have synesthesia, which means I associate things together. For instance, Monday 3 and English are all yellow. My drama teacher is actually purple, although I don't quite get that one because purple doesn't scare the shit out of me. Now, you might think that this girl is scared of her drama teacher. She's probably a dork. Dork means whale penis, and I don't quite know how to take that. Thanks. More alarmingly, it really changes the meaning of Dork Diaries. January the 27th. Didn't get any today. Oh, hi, Sally. I just pretended to be a whale penis in front of a live audience. How's your day going? What's the next joke? Oh, I think it's time for a song, to which I sung Alien, and then I went, that's it, show's over. Anyway, so that was, I remember all of that. That's impressive considering I haven't actually seen the video, so I just had what I wrote in the car, and then what I performed on stage with my script. Um, and then I remembered that. That's incredible. I am snaps to myself. I can't remember the improv bits I did. I know I did a bit because the comedian, when I was teasing her about moving the piano and stuff, yeah, there was a piano. Um, she said, oh, I forgot what it is. What did she say? Um, Essentially, it was like unionizing or something. But it was like to do with monetary stuff. Um, I'll just say, oh, equity. Uh, that's the word. And she went, I need equity. And then when I stuffed up which pages of the song I was on, I said, I need equity. Wait, no, you've seen the show. And I called the number three a letter, and I improv and riffed a bit on that. And yeah, I had fun riffing with the comedian that was there. Um, but yeah, that was that's, yeah, that was the comedy show. It's less funny now that I'm saying it, but hopefully I'll get that video soon. I'm glad I remember it because I actually like to repeat some of those jokes. Anyway, those are some jokes that I've written. Yeah, this has been fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm really sorry for not being here uh for too long. That has purely been because I have been studying my ass off, and I've been going through a lot of things like comedy shows and birthdays. So I'm not going to be on a regular posting schedule anytime soon. Um, Maybe in a couple weeks. But I don't know. See you.